Okay, guys, we are going to read the questions and answers for the first 9-week summative assessment. When you get to this page, you are going to click Next, and when you click Next, that will begin the test. This is separated into 3 sections for each of the 3 passages that you have. You'll notice that right up here, these are the questions for a picture of peace. And so you are going to use the story, A Picture of Peace, to answer the following questions. Number 1, read this sentence from paragraph 14. Zach, normally as active as a fly in a donut shop, was on his stomach sleeping quietly. The author's use of a simile in this sentence conveys to the reader that Zach usually A. has trouble falling asleep, B. feels sick from eating sweets, C. has a great amount of energy, or D. likes to sleep late in the morning. Number 2, what is the main theme of the story? A. recognizing an unexpected opportunity can have surprising results. B. enjoying an activity is more important than winning. C. younger siblings require a lot of patience and kindness. Or D. it is more rewarding to work with others on a task than to work alone. Number 3, read the dictionary entry. Capture. The pronunciation, capture. Verb. Number 1, to gain control by force. 2, to hold someone's interest. 3, to take an opponent's piece in a game. 4, to preserve a mood, scene, or quality. Which definition most closely matches the way the word capture is used in paragraph 2? A. definition 1, B. definition 2, C. definition 3, or D. definition 4. Number 4, what is the best summary of the story? Michelle has been interested in photography since she was 7 years old. She decides to enter for a photography contest hosted by a local photo shop and must take a picture to express the theme of the contest, which is tranquility. She takes a picture of a sunset, a cat, a still pond, and her sleeping brother. B. Michelle tries to take a photograph of a sunset for a contest. Her little brother is very interested in what she's doing, and he wants her to take a photograph of him. After she is satisfied with her sunset picture, Michelle photographs her brother while he is sleeping. C. Michelle has difficulty photographing a sunset for a photography contest she wants to enter. She finally gets a good sunset picture, and she also takes a picture of her sleeping brother. At the last minute, she selects the photo she thinks best illustrates the contest theme of tranquility. D. Michelle enters a photography contest that requires the use of a traditional camera. The theme of the contest is tranquility. After getting the pictures developed at the photo shop, Michelle reviews her photos and selects the one she thinks will help her win the contest. Number 5. Read this sentence from paragraph 10. Soon the sky glowed orange, gold, and pink as the sun drifted toward the horizon. In what way does the imagery in this sentence contribute to the story? A. It emphasizes how difficult it is to photograph the colors of a sunset. B. It explains why Michelle thinks a sunset is a good subject for a photo. C. It shows that nature is the best source of inspiration. Or D. It suggests that Michelle is a talented photographer. Number 6. Why are the events in paragraph 14 important to the plot? A. Michelle takes the photo she will decide to submit for the contest. B. Michelle has more film available than she realizes. C. Michelle takes a photo that will please her mother. Or D. Michelle keeps her promise to her brother. Number 7. Which sentence from the story best supports the idea that taking great photographs requires some effort? A. When her father examined her blurred images and aimless shots, he advised Michelle to look through the lens and think about what the resulting picture would look like. B. That the picture still hangs on her bedroom wall. C. We turned in the roll of film, it gets developed, and then we choose which picture we want to enter into the contest, just to make sure everything is fair. Paragraph 5. And D. I have to do my homework and think about something besides the contest. Paragraph 9. When you answer these questions, you're going to click Next, and it's going to take you to the next group of questions for the next passage in the story. These next questions are for the passage Firebirds. You're going to need to use the article Firebirds to answer the following questions. Number 8. Based on information presented in the selection, what can the reader conclude about the black-back woodpecker? A. It prefers to eat small insects but also consumes a variety of fruits and seeds. B. It is better protected from danger when living in a burned forest than when living in an unburned forest. C. It moves from forest in Canada to forest in the United States each year. D. It leaves the burned forest because other birds invade its habitat. Read the origin of the word devastate, from Latin de plus vastare, meaning to lay waste. This information helps the reader understand that devastated in paragraph 1 means A. Ruined, B. Empty, C. Harsh, D. Remote. Number 10. The author wrote this selection most likely to A. Describe the way that forest fires affect an area. B. Explain how burned forests benefit from the blackback woodpecker. C. Convince the reader that the blackback woodpecker is an unusual type of bird. Or D. Demonstrate the way animals survive in different types of forests. Number 11. Which sentence from the selection best explains why the black-backed woodpecker is able to build its unique type of home? This woodpecker relies on the environment of the burned forest, paragraph 2. This nest is unusually built inside a tree trunk or a fallen log, paragraph 4. It also has a very thick skull bone and strong neck, paragraph 4. The woodpecker can move into the nest cavity as soon as it is drilled, paragraph 4. Number 12. What can the reader conclude from paragraphs 5 through 8? The work of the blackback woodpecker has a lasting impact on the survival of the other forest birds and animals. The blackback woodpecker moves to another forest when it has difficulty finding food. C. Plants on the forest floor produce fruits and seeds that attract blackback woodpeckers to the burned forest. Or D. The blackback woodpecker is without a home when people try to clean up a burned forest. And number 13. The photograph and caption next to paragraphs 5 in the selection convey the idea that the nest cavity A. extends beyond the tree, B. is fast and easy to construct, C, can only be used in certain seasons, or D, provides a safe environment. When you finish answering these questions, you will click Next to move on to the final section of the test. This is the final section of the summative. You are going to use a walk through my rainforest to answer these questions. Number 14. Which line from the poem best helps the reader imagine the flowers and fruits of the rainforest? A, is more than can be described. B, its ponds are crowded. C, a palace of fragrance and tastes. Or D, is pure paradise. Number 15. In stanza 3, the phrase everywhere there is music indicates that the speaker, A, is distracted by the different sounds of nature. B, finds the sounds of the rainforest enchanting. C, wishes he could imitate the sounds he hears. Or D, can recognize certain birds by the sounds they make. Number 16. Read this dictionary entry. Brilliant. We have our pronunciation for brilliant, and it is an adjective. Definition 1, showing great intelligence. Definition 2, vivid in appearance. Definition 3, full of light. Definition 4, excellent or superior in performance. Which definition best matches the way the word brilliant is used in line 4? Definition 1, B, definition 2, C, definition 3, or D, definition 4. Number 17. Throughout the poem, the rainforest is presented as a place that is A, attractive to many visitors, B, highly adaptable to change, C, without any imperfections, or D, best experienced early in the morning. Number 18. The poem's structure helps the reader A, picture what a trip to the rainforest is like for the speaker. B, understand how much time the speaker spends in the rainforest. C, examine how the speaker's emotions about the rainforest change. Or D, realize how the speaker feels about the rainforest compared with other places. Number 19. Read this line from the poem. Its greatness makes me feel very small. This line helps the reader understand that the speaker, A, feels unpleasantly overwhelmed by his surroundings. B, would prefer to visit the rainforest with a group of people. C, has a deep appreciation for his surroundings. Or D, wants to view the rainforest from a higher location. And number 20. Which of the following is an example of personification from the poem? A, I walk into hidden green paradise. B, its greatness makes me feel very small. C, the rainforest is the home of exotic plants. Or D, the trees wave goodbye. When you finish answering these questions, you can select this to send you a copy of your responses, and you can click Submit, and it will submit your summative, and you will be done with your 9 weeks test.